How did you two meet?
We met at Stanton High School. I had just entered high school in 10th grade, and at the school they were having a pep rally or some kind of rally. We were outside, and he was one of the students who spoke that morning. And I kind of had my eyes on him. I remembered just part of his speech where he said, "My dad told me a man lacks two things, a pretty woman and good food." Well, I wasn't looking to see him anymore. That was the first time I saw him.
She has been the mainstay of the family. When I was a boy, we used a term called standing on your shoulder. And briefly, that meant we would hold another boy on our shoulder where he could reach something we were trying to get to. And she has been that kind of person.
Reverend Charles, what are some things you have accomplished during your career?
When I got out of the Army, I needed a job, and I applied to the Jacksonville Police Department, and I was selected. And after being on the police force for 2 years, I felt a call to be a minister of the gospel. I stayed on the police force from 1955 to 1975, and I was appointed police chief, the first black police chief in the history of Jacksonville. And there became a vacancy on the Parole and Probation Commission, and I was appointed to the Parole and Probation Commission in 1975, and that's how I got to Tallahassee, and been here ever since.
Did you two ever work together?
In Irish, one thing we have done together is to delivering meals to seniors who are shut in, and that was a very warm-hearted thing to do. I can't say I enjoyed it, and just know how thankful they were. You know, when you deliver, they're just so thankful.
Reverend Charles and Mrs. Scrivens, what do you do to stay active in your retirement?
So I don't really see where I've retired. I'm always maybe looking for a job, looking for somewhere where I can be useful and help people.
I volunteered with Big Bend Hospice. Between Big Bend and Meals on Wheels, over 20 years of service volunteering. And I did that until maybe 2 years ago. My husband had a stroke, so I was not able to do that, but I'm still busy.
Miss Jeanetta, what was your life like growing up?
I grew up in a time when kids did not have a lot, and we created a lot of our toys. We made our own paper dolls. We were poor, but we had a good life. We enjoyed it. But I had two sisters, and the three of us got along very well, and we had so many little games that we could play and make up, and at night, going to bed, we would tell stories to each other, and so it was fun time. I finished high school and got married. My husband encouraged me to go further with my studies, which I did, and finished college. Got my degree in education and taught for 32 years.
What has made your marriage last so long?
I would say you got to give a little and take a little. And I think today with couples, it's different. If things are not going well, they don't try to work it out. The marriage isn't a fairy tale thing like you read, happy ever after. You have problems and things, but you have to work through them.
And never marry the person you can live with, but marry the person you can't live without.